Welcome in everyone, how you guys doing? If you guys inside here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like and share the content because it really helps me out. And we're going to get straight into this reaction, so let me start by saying, I'm a fan of Mr. Beast. I watch a lot of his content and there's sometimes I think, can I react to it? A few of my friends have been like, you should react to Mr. Beast, but then I'm like, would I watch a reactor reacting to Mr. Beast stuff? And not everything I watch I can react to, and I do watch a lot of content on YouTube. But my notifications was popping off. I've seen a few things, and then I saw this one here because I'm subscribed to Jamari. I like how he covers a few things, and it says Kris Tyson's situation is crazy. And I was saying like Kris Tyson, and then I saw the Mr. Beast face. I'm like, ain't that guy on his part of his team, a part of the crew? Well, guy, I think he went from guy. He changed over to be a female, or was he? Don't want to missay it and then people come at me, but I think we're talking about the same person here. But yeah, when I saw that, the situation is crazy, and then I came back maybe like an hour later, I saw the views go up. I was like, whoa, hold up, what's happening? Tempted to go and look on my Google. I went, nah, let's watch this. I'm gonna react. Let's roll.
So recently, Mr. Beast became the most subscribed to person on the entire platform. Year after year, he has consistently dropped some of the biggest videos on YouTube, and he's the type of guy that really prides himself on avoiding any sort of controversy around his name. And in general, it seems like he really just wants to have fun while helping people out and making these different big ideas of his come to life. But one controversial topic around him and his brand has been one of his best friends, Kris. Kris has been with Jimmy since the start of his days on YouTube, and is actually one of his childhood friends. And over time, the audience came to know and love Kris like they do many of the other recurrent people on the channel. Well, you might remember last year we talked about Kris in a highly controversial video posted by SunnyV2, and the main topic being discussed in this video was Kris becoming, well, Kris with a K, and transitioning from a man to a woman. Needless to say, the reception for this video was
all in my head. While I was saying that at the beginning, in the back of my head, like, bro, I hope you ain't got this wrong, don't embarrass yourself here in front of all these people. Yep, I was correct. Let's roll.
Really all over the place. Over the years, people had come to know Kris as a married Christian family man, so many fans and critics alike did find his transition to be a little bit jarring, including Nick Merckx, who has been very vocal about his opinions. Now, Mr. Beast has made it beyond clear that Kris is his day one best friend, and he will always support him. Even expressing displeasure towards people who had bad things to say about Kris, and claiming that he is an amazing parent. Even till this day, it's like constantly a huge topic of discussion online, because not only is it such a hot topic in general, but he's also involved with the biggest YouTuber in the world. And now Kris is once again being discussed, and it seems like their past is coming back to haunt them in the form of some strange tweets. Above that, there's also some more recent allegations that point towards Kris having a Dr. Disrespect type of relationship with a fan. First, let's talk about this video that recently came out and now went viral that shows old tweets from Kris back in the 2017 to 2018 range. This video immediately connects Kris with a person named Shadman, who is known for his explicit drawings online, and he apparently got famous for depicting all kinds of disgusting things in these drawings, including underage individuals in these illustrations doing vile things. Like, anyone who thinks this stuff is okay needs to be thrown under the jail with the likes of EDP.
Yeah. You see my face just went, Yeah, Jamari. I say you'll never see this, but salute. That's one of my sayings right there. They need to be thrown under the jail. Lifeless body at that too, with no air breathing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Basically, weirdos use this art angle as a bypass to enjoy, though the legality of it does still seem kind of vague to me.
Let me pause right there. I'll pull back up that little piece here, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody thinking I'm missing, but I will say this is another reason why I ain't reacted to certain anime. You know, like certain high school anime, especially when they like to glamorize, you know, the young girls in their school uniforms and they get a bit too detailed in the drawings. Nah, that ain't for me. You know, and that's not for me, real talking. I like more the adult kind of animes, vampires, supernatural, you know what I mean, with grown-ups and stuff like that. Might have the odd teen that pop in and out though, but yeah, I'm not really, you know, yeah. Like,
though the legality of it does still seem kind of vague to me. Well, basically, back in the day, Kris posted a ton about Shadman, and even had his artwork up at his house in the background of an old Mr. Beast video. He also posted several tweets about enjoying this type of artwork in general, and other suggestive posts about various cartoon characters. And even though most of these posts are like 7 years, said several tweets about enjoying this type of art.
Now, there's some crazy shit right here, bro. Even, I, yeah, thrown under the jail is too good for. And I know he's commenting over some artwork, you know what I mean? So it's not real, but your mentality to even speak like this, whoa.
Artwork in general, and other suggestive posts about various cartoon characters. And even though most of these posts are like 7 years old at this point, at the time he was still a 21-year-old man. And this isn't just like some racist stuff or something that there could be like more gray area on. Or you could say, oh, that was just like part of the times back then. This is some weird shit that he was interested in to a massive extent. Like a grown man hanging a picture on their wall of this nasty stuff takes quite a bit of premeditated thought. So obviously people already thought that that was very strange of him, but it's really nothing compared to this more damning allegation, where people are claiming to have exposed Kris for having an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old fan when he was 20 years old, and that this online communication continued for several years. No. Shout out to this man Prism, who is the first one to bring this to light. So
bro, you got all the money, the fame in the world. You know, you're best of friends with the #1 YouTuber on the globe, bro. Everything's going for you, family, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no sympathy for these people.
There's this kid who goes by the nickname LavaGS online, and it seems like he was a massive Mr. Beast fan back in the day, and even got to work for Jimmy at some point in the past helping with his gaming channel. It seemed like over the years they developed several channels of communication, from Snapchat to Twitter messages, Discord DMs, and private gaming sessions. Which, let me just pause the video right there and say that I already have a problem with that. Unless someone is like your cousin or related to you in some way, there is absolutely no reason that a 20-year-old needs to be having all these different private conversations with someone who's in middle school. Like, a 20-year-old should be out there enjoying their life, trying to do new things with people their age. And obviously, pretty much anyone with a platform online is going to have some fans who are kids. And so it's obviously the adult's responsibility to not be in, like, constant communication.
Bro, this is what... Now, I react to anime, you know what I'm saying? And I'm careful with what I respond to and reply to. You know what I mean? I try to heart a lot of comments. Can't reply to everything, but you gotta keep in mind sometimes when you're replying to certain kind of music genres, anime, that you might be talking to 13, 12, 9, 15-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't reply to a lot of negativity. So my friend said this to me. Best way to deal with the trolls and a lot of the hate messages you get and I go, fam, every time I get it, if you see I'm already typing, and by the time I've reached the second line, I kind of delete everything. My brain kicks in like, nope, don't give them any ammunition, just don't. My friend told me something different. He goes, every time you get a troll message or somebody writing you some crap, you know, man, just think, man, that's a 13-year-old right there writing me some shit. That's an 11-year-old right there writing me some shit. And he's so right. I think that, yo, this is a kid right now writing me. Yeah, I'm not replying. Yep, I'll just ignore this. You know, my brain just... So that's how I deal with all the negativity. Because when it comes to kids, whew, stay over there. You know, if you're not my children, and I'm just... You know what I mean? I love my kids. I can stand my kids. I can't really stand other people's. So you know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, real talking. Like, yeah, if it ain't my children... Stay over there away from me. Real talking. But no. Yo, Jamari, preach it, man.
With them. It's really not that hard. Either way, he felt so comfortable with Kris, to the point that he was asking him about his addiction to adult cartoons. And they were having a lot of inappropriate banter publicly on Twitter when Lava was only 14.
Guys, we are so close to our goal. Oh my god, one more Patreon and I'm releasing my nudes. And this is the part I have a problem with. This isn't a group chat. This is literally just him and this other guy that he's been talking to and that he's friends with online. Lava says, I'm your first Patreon big boy. And he shows that he donated some money. He donated like $1 or something. So it's not enough to meet the goal. And he says, but not $5. Pathetic. Just kidding. Kissy face. I'll tell you what it means. It means that you're telling him that he needs to donate $5 so you can release your or whatever. He says, wait till my Twitch revenue comes in. Winky face. And of course, it continues. He says, check again. And he tags you, I think.
Yo, family, this should not be like, and he knows it's a 14-year-old he's talking to too. That's what I'm saying. Like, this shouldn't even. Don't he know there's paper trail? There's like, there's receipts out here, bro.
At least that must be you, or he's tagging you.
And I don't say it like in a disappointed way. I'm glad they're receipts so we can find the fuck out. We know who you are. But like, bruv, like, where's your brain at? Brain ain't switched on to go. That's why I said started off. Didn't he know it was a 14-year-old? Like, bruh, let's move on now. Like, bruh, doesn't he know? Like, man, yeah, this is what happens when you play silly games. You get some stupid prizes, bro. I hope the wrath of God come down on you, bro. Real talking.
And of course, he says, I posted some fire news for you. Please no share. And this is someone that you're talking to that is 14 years old, that you know is 14.
He knows.
At the end of the day, you cannot be talking about topics like this with someone that is this
not
young.
at all.
So
you shouldn't even be talking. Fuck a topic. Fuck a topic. You shouldn't even be talking to them. Full stop. And if you're a YouTuber and you do get fan base and people comment, man, like the comment. And if you do reply to it, I reply to some comment. Thank you very much. I appreciate your feedback. You know, thanks for the sub. And I'll put the fire emoji, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But, you know, keep it simple, neutral. I don't want nobody looking into it and getting, you know what I mean, get the whole shit misconstrued. Like, let's be real here. You gotta be careful these days, because you don't know. Yeah? And some people set themselves up knowing what they doing. Yeah, man, put them under the fucking jail cell, man. Let's go.
At the very least, these two had a close enough relationship where Kris felt comfortable making these adult jokes towards him, and at the very worst, he's literally flirting with a 14-year-old on the timeline. But by the time Lava would turn 16, he would apparently even meet up with Kris at some point. And he even talked about this extensively on like a Mr. Beast Discord server. Now I do want to make it clear that this guy Prism who made this video spoke privately with this Lava guy, and Prism claims that Lava's statement is that nothing bad ever happened when they met up back in the day, and that basically their relationship never really got inappropriate. And as I'm editing this video, guys, Lava actually took to Twitter to make his own statement about the situation, where he says these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of.
Okay, respect if that's what you came back and said. That's if you're not being forced or being paid off to say this. But you shouldn't even be in a position to be making no kind of fucking edgy jokes with no 14-year-old. So I'm not even having a bar of that. Nope, not having a bar of that. Chuck him under the prison. Chuck him under the prison. Yep, that's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? In your Patreon talking about you're gonna release? Nah, I'm done.
Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? The situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I'm not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. And keep in mind that's after this morning he removed all affiliation with Mr. Beast from his Twitter page. And now we have yet another update where Keemstar has jumped into the picture. He says that Mr. Beast connected him with this guy Lava directly, and that Lava is denying all of these allegations, and now claiming that him and Kris did not have any sort of private interactions And then when he went to meet up with Kris, that apparently his entire family and the Mr. Beast crew were present. I ran a Discord with Kris Tyson when I was 13, edgy and inappropriate jokes were said. That's it. So take with that what you will. And you guys already know if there was going to be one person to defend Kris in this entire situation, it was going to be that fool Ethan is online, who last time we caught up with him was pretty much defending the sick people that they catch on predator poachers. So here he was trying to watch the video on stream where Kris got exposed for liking that very strange artwork.
God, I hate how this is formatted like a commentary video and it feels like it was edited by AI.
You still think this is a coincidence? The next incident will definitely change your mind. On January 25th, 2019,
It also sounds like it was written by fucking AI.
Chatman posted a picture of a character called Raptalia from the Rising of the
So the synopsis is Ava used to like... Stop skipping? No, because the synopsis of the video is Ava used to like Shadman in 2017. Don't watch that fucking dog shit video. So bad. Such an awful fucking terribly formatted video. Literally the worst fucking YouTube video I've seen in a long time.
So from the start, you can tell that this guy Ethan feels some sort of personal connection to the call out in that video. Just like the sheer amount of anger you can see pulsing through his very tired face. To me,
Triggered. Somebody need to go and check this guy out. This triggered him too much. Makes me wonder. Guilty conscience leaves no accuser, and we are looking at one right here now. He looks a bit too pissed off from that. Like it was speaking directly at you.
me kind of tells the whole story of what his opinion is about to be. Yes, that video that he was watching, it wasn't like the best made video I've ever seen, but it's something that I would expect from kind of like a novice commentary channel. And I do think it was very important for kind of kicking off this expose. But let's hear what Ethan thinks.
Literally just to be like, Mr. Beast's friend 7 years ago had some inappropriate tweets that were a really bad look. You're avoiding the video? That's the whole point. What am I avoiding?
The truth that it doesn't matter that it happened 7 years ago. This guy was into some absolutely diabolical shit.
Didn't like most of the internet at the time with Shadman? Yes. For some reason, yes.
So his excuse for this disgusting behavior is that apparently most of the internet, they were fucking with this nasty loser who was making these disgusting drawings. I mean, first of all, that just has to be a blatant lie. And to me, the shit he was into is just like inexcusable.
I don't give these drawings.
When it happened, he was already an adult man.
I don't need to see the whole thing. It's bad. It's a bad video.
And I think that he's claiming it's a bad video because politically it doesn't align perfectly with him.
I'm sorry. It was 7 years ago.
You know how many times this guy Ethan has likely judged people for things that they did more than a decade ago just because they do not align with him politically? Like, that seems to be his whole shtick, is that if you're a conservative, because he's very obviously a big-time liberal, well, it's just f*** you. He's never going to give you the benefit of the doubt. He's going to take your words and misconstrue them. But oh, when it's someone who's on his side of history, well, he's going to ride with them to the very end.
I don't want to see it. It's irrelevant. That doesn't make it okay. It's not relevant, though. Is that a gross thing to do? Is it unacceptable? Yeah. But, like, the anti-cancel culture warriors all of a sudden are like, wait, liking tweets from 7 years ago. Why are we even talking about Mr. Beast's friend? Because she's Mr. Beast's friend.
Yeah, and Mr. Beast has the biggest platform literally in the entire world.
Since this time,
comes back.
Kris transitioned and is now Ava.
And that's fine, but it doesn't just absolve you of all the nasty shit you were doing before you transitioned.
To give you an idea of how fucking long ago this was!
So
Stop
what?
being defensive. You
So
follow
what?
Kris on
And
Twitter.
what?
Dude, this was a completely different time. I was in high school when this happened. I had no idea who fucking Mr. Beast was, and neither did Mr. Beast. He was...
Bruv, that's the point. You was in high school, so was the boy. For real?
wasn't even around. What are you saying?
I think that the point they're trying to make is that every single time this type of topic comes up, whether it's someone actually like trying to talk to someone who's underage or just having this type of peculiar behavior, you always seem to be on the side where you are literally rushing to defend the person who's just being absolutely disgusting.
Are you trying to cancel Mr. Beast too? Because he had that in his living room? It was in Mr. Beast's living room. Should he be canceled too? You can't ever defend Mr. Beast ever again. Don't ever defend him or watch him.
Yeah, Mr. Beast doesn't have a bunch of old tweets linking him to this freak and suggesting that he was a massive fan of him. I guarantee you that if Jimmy was doing that shit back in the day, it would have been brought to light long ago, and his feet would have been held to the same fire.
It shows a bias. Towards what?
Towards creeps.
Do you want to keep acting like Mr. Beast should be canceled forever or something.
No one one time said Mr. Beast
Nobody
should be
bringing Mr.
canceled.
Beast
You're the
into
only one
this.
bringing him up at this point. I mean, everyone
Trying to
really just
deflect
wants
onto
Kris
him
to
from
come out and
Kris.
explain why he was into that weird shit.
You should not be apologetic. I'm not apologetic, and now you're literally misgendering Kris.
He's probably more upset about that than he is about the core matter here that Kris was on some weird shit. I mean, this guy's brain is so dense.
Yeah.
It just honestly starts to make me a little bit upset. Like, how can someone be so confident in this way of thinking and just be so wrong?
You're spelling it the way she changed it to, but you're misgendering.
He's trying to.
So I think
he ain't
that
defending
shows
Kris,
that you
he's
have a pretty
defending
severe
himself
bias,
because Kris
actually.
is just like
You actually have a bias that leads you outside of reality and away from logic and truth.
Dude, it has to be one of the most ironic statements I've ever heard in my entire life.
He's
Why are
talking
you
to
being
himself.
defensive?
He's talking
well,
to
you're
himself.
just changing the complete conversation because you don't have anything to say.
Yeah, it's got to be the most ironic video of all time. Listen, Ethan, get some help, bro. As for Kris, we're gonna need some answers. Like, in my opinion, Mr. Beast don't really need to say shit about this.
No, he
but
don't.
Kris, like, if you want to continue to have a platform online, you need to explain
Address
yourself a little
this.
bit. Like, him just wiping his entire Twitter clean, it just does not look very good to me. But y'all let me know what you guys think down below. I will continue to keep y'all updated on this situation. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching
I
today.
mean, like, he wiped his whole account. That don't look too well, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be looking for the update on this. I'm definitely going to be keeping tuned in because, I watch Mr. Beast and stuff, so I'm going to be like, yo, bro, got me looking at him totally different. If you guys inside it, do me a favor, hit that subscribe, like, and share. It really helps me out. I appreciate each and every one of you being here, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, be safe, stay blessed.